Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the interview preparation event hosted by TCOL. Well, for the viewers who are watching us for the very first time, let me tell you what our community is all about. We are a non-profit organization. We have a lot of people with us. We have engineers, doctors, talkies, we have students, professionals. What we do is we connect all of them together into a single platform where we can each share knowledge and grow mutually. We have a bunch of events under our belt, and as part of um, uh, this uh, this event, interview preparation event, is one among them. So, me myself, Joel Francis Jose, is the host for the day, and with me is my peers in the backstage. And for our mentor for the day is Miss Nimisha. Miss Nimisha is an NLP practitioner and a global HR leader. She has about 12 years of experience in HR field, and it's a pleasure to have you, ma'am.
Hello, Joel, and welcome everyone.
Hi, ma'am. Uh, and our candidate for the day is Vanshiga. Vanshiga is a student of School of Engineering of Cochin University of Science and Technology. She's a potential candidate. I know her personally. She's a classmate of mine and a brilliant student. So, Vanshiga, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Joel.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
So,
Hello,
our
Vanchika.
agenda.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, our agenda for the day is simple. We'll be giving a mock interview, which is going live, and what we plan to give you is a real-time experience of an interview. So ha- we have students around the world. This is interview time. Like companies are hiring and they're searching in YouTube for interviews, but they don't get the real ones. But what we provide you with is the real one. So welcome to the show. I'll be staying in the off stage. Nimisha ma'am and Vanshika will be taking over the screen. So I'll be staying in the off stage for a while. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Vanchika. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very optimistic, and I really thank Joel and TOCL for arranging this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great. Nice. So, Vanchika, to start with, could you just tell me about your achievements and what about yourself? With, as I mentioned, about your achievements and extracurricular activities. Though I have your resume, so I could see your education. So I wanted to be more specific towards your achievements and extracurricular activities. Can you hear me, Vanchika? I think there's some technical difficulties. Okay, you can
Hello.
hear me. Okay, you can hear
Yeah,
me. Did
ma'am.
you?
I was able to hear you, and I got the question. I
Okay,
think I lost my video.
no
Uh,
worries.
Sorry about it. So moving on, I've been always active towards the extracurricular activities. So in the school days, I was active in sports and all, but in university, I gave up on sports and all. But I participated in a lot of extracurricular activities such as debate, paper presentations, just a minute competitions, flip flops, and I've got a few prizes at the university level. I got the third prize at the university level for Hindi essay writing, and I got the first prize in the science fest for debate as well as paper presentation. So these were the extracurricular activities that I covered in the college life. Apart from that, I like to write articles. So I write mainly in the technical side. So I've written a lot of articles on Android development because I myself have a lot of projects on Android. So I have written around 30 to 35 articles on Android development and testing fields, software testing applications like Selenium, Appium, and all those things. And apart from blogging and these presentations and all, I like to take part in workshops and all. So I have conducted a few workshops and a few events like quizzes and all. So those were the
Okay.
extracurricular activities.
Okay, that's great. So, what if you were not into a computer engineer? I understand you are into information technology student.
Yeah.
So, what if you had not been a computer engineer, information technology student?
If I would have not taken information technology, probably I might have ended up being a doctor or somewhere in the biotechnology because along with maths, I had biology. So, biotechnology was a potential field that I wanted to discover, but I had a dilemma between biotechnology and software, but ultimately I got through software, and I'm here, and I'm very happy in this industry.
Okay. So, what if I have to ask you, what is the toughest decision you ever had to make?
Yeah, it was recent only. I got one internship, and it was a very long internship. I had a 45 days training, then I had 6 months of continuous internship. So every day I was given a few tasks, and it required 6 hours per day of work.
Uh-huh.
So eventually I was able to manage, but as external university exams came and following the assignments and all, then we had to manage two semesters parallelly because the last one was not ended completely and the other one started due to COVID and all. So it
So, you
became
mean,
really very difficult for me. And
sorry to interrupt you. So, you meant the project was not able to complete, and then your semesters have started.
yeah, my semester started, so it was very difficult to manage. Then I don't wanted to quit that internship because that was actually very hard earned, and it was from my domain. It was an Android development internship, but I had to make the call because I had to attend a lot of placement exams and interview. So one day I spoke to my manager and my CTO. So they said that, okay, you have already worked for 4 months with us, and they were happy with the work and all. So they generated my certificate, and they told me not to be disheartened. Some time later, I can join back. So
Okay, that's nice. So, you have somewhere the regret of able to leave
yeah,
early because of semester
yeah,
exam.
yeah. I didn't want to leave that, but I had
Okay,
to.
okay, fine, great. So, coming back to okay. So when you said okay, you have the toughest decision you had to make. So, what are the things which made you stay motivated now? Things what have done has to done semester, right? So, how do you stay motivated, or what are the things which makes you motivated? Stay motivated.
Yeah, actually, there are some perks, and I also follow the strategy of self-rewarding also, so that I can achieve the goal. So I always set something for myself that, okay, if you score this much, then I'll get myself something that I really like. So that way I can complete my targets and all. And plus, I really like to maintain a good academic so that later I'm never eliminated due to shortage of percentage or shortage of GPA anywhere in any of the processes. So that keeps me motivating.
Okay. So when you said you are self-rewarding, right? So can you share any example which you have done the recent past?
Yeah, I don't I don't like to write lab records. It's very, sometimes it becomes very boring because we have to maintain two records, one rough one and one fair one. So sometimes we have to copy the content. So it becomes very boring. So I just number the pages and I keep,
Vanchika, can you hear me? Can you hear us, Vanchika? I think the audio.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sure. So you
So
were
I
with
just
your lab records.
Yeah. So if I don't like to write that and I have to write 30 or somewhat those pages, I just keep chocolates on the table that if I complete 10, then I can have one. So this keeps me motivating to complete the work quickly. And actually, it's done. It works.
Okay, okay. Good, nice motivator. Great. So Vanchika, how has college life changed you? I mean, if you can give an example of
Uh,
school to college transition and college.
yeah. When I was in school, I was in my hometown and I lived with my joint family here. So I was never independent. I can't even recall one day that I slept alone in the house. But college life made me very much independent in all aspects, from managing my daily needs to being completely independent, like to manage my lunch, dinner, books, copies, everything I had to do on myself. So college life basically taught me to be independent. Plus, it taught me to be decision making by myself. Like when I was in school and all, most of the decisions were jointly taken by me and my parents. But when I came to college, I realized that the most important decisions were to be taken by me alone. So this was the difference that I felt.
Which exam? I mean, can you share an example? Which decisions you feel you are proud of, which you have taken in college, and any decisions which you regret?
Yeah, I enrolled myself into one course and I spent around 10,000 on that. And apart from, the course fee, I spent a lot on transportation and all also. So, but later I realized that I could have taken an online course instead, and that would have come in, very cheap, and I could have referred the open sources also. So I think that I wasted a lot of money there, and that was my decision only. So I regret it a lot.
Oh, okay, okay, great. So, what does your friends think about you? What is Vanchika?
Uh, I think Vanshika is someone who is very talkative when she gets to know, and I think I'm an extrovert. And plus, I'm very talkative, so all my classmates also think that okay, the shy ones are sometimes scared of me because they say that she talks a lot. I have nothing to talk, so that's the thing. And I'm very optimistic. Sometimes I get over optimistic, means I'm optimistic, and if the other person is not on the same page, they don't find it quite good. And apart from that, I'm very energetic and I guess multitasking. I like to do lots of new stuff, travel, and I like to carry my academics along with that.
Hmm. Okay, sure.
So it's
So,
not about
tell me,
sorry.
Vanchika.
So it's not about roaming about here and then and coming home and sleeping. It's about roaming about here and then, coming home and then doing your work and then sleeping. So that's the case here.
Good approach, good one. So now you mentioned about your, have become independent and now you have participated in various extracurricular shows and you have started written Android projects and connecting with people. So have you ever considered starting your own business?
Not currently, but as a kid, I have always longed to open a restaurant. So maybe someday, if I have the funds, I would definitely love to open a themed restaurant.
A themed restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay. Any team you have decided what it could be?
Sorry, ma'am.
If you would like to share
Uh,
about your ideas.
Yeah, it could be like I want different sections for kids and family, and everything would be like unique stuff. Like the tables would also be different, and we can have some herbal stuff also for the elderly, and for the kids we can have lot of colorful things. For the youth, we can have the stuff that they like Harry Potter and all those things. Some from the movies, from here and there, and lot of mix and match.
Okay, okay. That's good. Nice, nice. I liked it. And if at all you opened, I would definitely would love to visit if we at all are
Thank you,
connected.
ma'am.
Okay. So,
Definitely will stay connected.
okay. So, to your interest area. So, what kind of projects really excites you? And my next question would be, since you are software engineering, obviously you are interested on Android. So, what exactly I wanted you to let me know in detail? What kind of projects excites you? And then I wanted to let you know, let me know whether you would like to work as an individual contributor or you would like to work in a team.
Yeah. I will answer the second question first. I would love to work in a team because when you are working in a team, the chances of making errors is reduced a lot because there is always you always have your team members to check on what's happening, what's not. Plus, the work never gets delayed because you need to match it with the pace of others, and apart from that the work gets divided. Plus, if you stumble across anything, there is always your friend to or your team member to help you out. So working in a team is a perk that you have people around you to help you and guide you. And when it comes to projects, so I like to uh, work on the projects that that contribute to the society by solving the problem of people, like make their daily life easy. Like currently I'm working on a project named as Trango. So it solves the issue of public transportation. So what happens when a person is new in a city? He doesn't get to know about the public transportation or public routes because those are not very clear. And if you have communication language gap and all, you can't ask others. So what Trango does, it generates all possible paths. Even if you have 15 possible paths, Trango will show you all 15 possible paths like bus, autobus, bus, rickshaw, bus, boat, and all those things, so that you can pick the cheapest or whatever your priority is. If your priority is time, you can go with the time one. If your priority is money, you can go with the most economical one. So I like to work on such kind of projects.
Okay, that's really great, and hope you get to work on your own project and be successful. Wishing you all the best, Vanchika.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay. So my next question is about the job profile because it's everything. So what have you understood about the job profile?
Yeah, currently what I understand is that before joining the company, I'll be trained, and I'll be trained in the domain that I like, as well as I have the capability. Uh, I have the prerequisites for that domain. So, I have got to know that there are 4 to 6 options there, and while joining, I'll have to go to another 1 or 2 rounds of screening or basically allotment. So the factors that will be considered will be my interest, my knowledge, and the requirement of the projects that are currently there. So I will be put up into a team, or as an individual, I'll be assigned any of the tasks of the project life cycle. Like I could be placed in the development team, or the designing team, or the testing team. So that will be decided, and I'll have to work on any of the life projects.
Okay. Sounds really great. Good. So, what will you do if you are not selected in this interview?
I'll try again, maybe 2 months later, 3 months later, and I'll just work on the factors because of which I get rejected.
Okay, but there are other companies you might get selected there, or you would like to try on the same company.
I would like to try here only because here I know that what were the shortcomings, and if I reached here, that means I was eligible up to reach here, and I'll just work on the shortcoming part so that I can come back.
Okay, sure. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate me as an interviewer?
Um, 9.
Okay, any particular reason? Or did you would want to suggest?
No, and because that 9 was because I have never rated an interviewer, so that's why. Else, I would have given 10 out of 10.
Okay, sure. Okay, thank you,
So the
Vanchika.
-1 was for me, not for you.
So, I just wanted to know why 9, why not 8, 7 also?
Because I like the questions that you asked me.
Okay, great. Any favorite question you were expecting or you could have answered?
Generally, people ask about relocation and all, like which part of the country you like to live in. So I was expecting that.
Okay, sure. Okay. Apart from that, any questions do you have for me?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
You have no questions? Okay, fine. So here we ended our questions interview, and it's a time for feedback.
Sure,
Okay.
ma'am.
So you did good job. There were, however, three improvement areas which I felt. Okay, no
Which
doubt
one?
about your confidence. You are very self-determined. You are really career oriented. You have aim in your life, which I really liked. That you wanted to get into. Of course, you wanted to get into your software field, and if not, you always have a plan for your new future, that is about your restaurant. So keep up the same
Yes,
aim, the
ma'am.
dream that you have. So I really liked about that. And secondly, on the projects, also how you are really you have a clarity on towards which angle you wanted to work on. Like you wanted to work on the Android and the current project which you are working on the public transport. You are able to explain to me on a layman language because I'm not from technical background, but still all your projects were very clear and good. And the feedback which I wanted to uh, give you is the first thing when I asked you about how would your friends define you, right? So there you mentioned you started with you are being talkative, though I would consider that on a not to be given on the corporate side. So when we say about what a friends would talk about you, what how would a friend describe you? It's more on I'm trying to understand the feedback. Okay, so your other things were good, optimistic, energetic, multitasking. So those were the examples which I was looking for. But talkative was, I mean, talkative doesn't fit into that bracket.
Okay, ma'am.
So that's one thing.
But it.
The second, yeah, so it's good, but on a professional level, on the interviews where the second thing where I had
Yeah, I
asked you
understand.
on, yeah, what kind of project excites you, individual contributor or team? Though there is no correct answer, right? It's up to the person's choice and it's also up to the person's character. But for me, as an HR or as an interviewer, I would always look for a person who fits into both the dual role as an individual contributor and also a team player. Because if the person says, like, if you mentioned you are a team player, Okay, so what I have is you can only work on the if there is any team. Now, in corporate or in an organization, if at all the project shuts down, and if we have found the capability you are really good into something, but we feel that, oh no, you're not able to work individually because you are more dependent. You mentioned everything, errors are reduced, so you're not ready to take the accountability. Team members' dependency. You're reliable on more the team members than what you are. There are people around you. So you always want a second level authentication. You don't trust yourself. So that's one thing. Whereas on the other side, if you would have said individual contributor, that means that is also a problem, because when you have given a challenge or when you have to work on a team, there are issues on people skills. How well you are able to collaborate, work with the people. So that's the one thing. That's one. That's one thing. And then after that, this is one second thing, and third thing which you mentioned on the other questions, right? So you said there are no questions. So that's again one of the things which is not appreciated, because in when you say no questions, you are expected to ask at least on the company, do some research and ask on how you can add more value, or these are the challenges you would like to know more about it. So for an HR or for any interviewer in general, when you say no, it is perceived that the candidate will take whatever we offer you, the organization will offer. So it
Yeah.
is not that, the actual arrogance
Okay.
of what it is expected, or they would apply their brains. So that's all. And otherwise, you are really good, fantastic. These are the three improvement areas which I found, but otherwise, you are selected. You can work on those areas.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. All the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome back. So we had a great conversation over there, and what I want to tell my viewers, our viewers, is that like this is what really happens in an interview. A real conversation happens, and exchange of ideas happens. So what we look forward by sharing this kind of events is we want more people to come out and reach out to us. uh, One, if you're watching this, you might feel like I should also join in and I should also give one interview and check on myself. Like always there is a space for improvement. So please join with us on this event and be part of it, contribute what you can to the community. Vanshika, can you hear me? Vanshika, hello. Hello,
I
Vanshika,
think
can
she
you
can.
come on audio?
I think she.
Hello. Okay. She might not be joining. So I hope we can wrap it up. It was a great time to have a great time having you, ma'am, Nimisha, ma'am. You have spent your valuable time with us interviewing one of our candidates. Thank you so much, ma'am.
It was really a pleasure, and Vanshika is really confident. Best of luck, and Joel too. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.